Testing, testing. 127. What are we saying? I hope everyone's doing well. Um, we are back. It is Wednesday, the 24th of January, and we are on episode 8. Episode 8 for the lads and the ladies. So in today's video, I wanted to go over something that I think is very important. And that is key psychological levels within certain currency pairs. So this video is going to be much shorter than the rest of them. Most of them have been 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Some of them been 50 minutes. But this one's going to be about 15 to 20. Because I'm not looking for setups. I'm not looking for trades. I'm just running through a bit of knowledge that I know that could potentially help one of you guys out. So I thought, why not? So the first things first. When it comes to psychological levels, they end in 0s, 50s, or 10s. Or they can be like multiples of 10, where it's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, etc., etc. Like on gold, for example. On gold, you got 18, you got 1900, 1880, 18, look, 80s, and then 70. You got 2000, 1900, 1950. So it's just the whole numbers. So on GA, we got 1.9400, 1.9500, 1.900. And then you got, you know, the 50s in between. So 200, 300 there, 1.9300. Then you got 350, which is there, 19350. And then the 50 is where you look out for multiples of tens. So instead of 50, it could be 60 or 70, 80. I know separately gold likes multiples of tens and fives. So like, for example, right here, 2145 or 2125 has been rejected, but both got 5 at the end. GA likes whole numbers, 1.900, 1.9200, 1.9100, 1.8900. GA likes whole numbers. So, yeah. With that being said, I tried making notes, but my keyboard is just playing up. I don't even want to try again in case it fucks up. So, let me just keep that there. They end in zeros. Look, and whatever. I can't type. I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try and update my computer or some shit. But let's turn this piece of shit on. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that keyboard. It was working fine a week ago, and now it's just not. But anyways, let's mark some whole levels on so you guys can see. So we can have 2000 right there. And to make it very precise, you can come here, click coordinates. Oh, this ain't gonna work, is it? because I don't have a fucking working keyboard like that. Press enter or not. And boom. It'll put the line exactly on that level. So now that that's on 2000, you can do this where you set a little rectangle over it and make it whatever color you want. I'm not going to change my settings because, it's my settings and that's just how I have them. But you can use whatever color you want. And the reason you set a little rectangle around it, like so, is one, because price never treats us an individual level. Like, you see how it's not quite touched 2000, but it came into 99950, 50 at the end. So what I'm trying to say is that usually certain levels, they can be a range. Like this is a range from top to bottom. Do you know what I'm like? Does that make sense? Rather than just having one thin line, now you've got like a whole range to work from. But it just makes it nice. Also, you can separate it from the rest of your analysis. So if you have this plotted and then, you're on the smaller time frames, you know that this up here is your monthly region. So you could have that as a long-term target, just chilling, knowing that eventually you're looking for like that level to take trades into. So let's go back on. And what you want to do is you want to plot a maximum of 4 key levels that you think hold good like significance. So with me, I prefer with GA the whole numbers. 2000, 1.9 thousand. They're the ones that I go with. Or if I have to, it'll be 1.85 thousand, 1.82. You get used to it. It's all about what your eye is best at picking up. Um, so yeah. See, that's quite far. That's 900 pip distance. So really and truly, we could even scale in and make it better. And we could have 4 regions within this. Oh no, sorry. Not 4, maybe 1. In fact, we'll find the 50% between these 2 regions, which is there. And that takes us to 1.9500 exactly. So boom, take this off. Now you have 3 very high time frame areas, price slash psychological levels, where you can be looking for reactions. And not only reactions, but let's say you see price down here and you've entered a buy, you know that your take profit can be this region. So you can use them as places to take profit and you can use them as places for entries, points of interest. So I hope that's making sense. With the ranges between here and here, each zone between, it don't matter what zone it is, it don't matter what pair it is, as long as it's kind of even. So within here, we have 500 pips of range that we can play around with. So right now we are within 1.900 and 1.9500. Okay, we are within that range. So now it makes it simple for us because now we don't have to look at nothing else. All we know is to pay attention to what's happening within here. So if we get we get rejections from this line, right? From this area. We know to look for long-term roll, like if it rolls over on the long term, we know to look for this target down here. And this is very simple. If we break above this, we know to watch out and see if we can get any movement up to here. Or if we break above and come back beneath, we know that this zone is not really, you know, trying to be beaten. So we can look for sells. But the point is, having these key psychological levels helps to clear up the stresses of looking at your charts. And it gives you clear, precise regions to work within. So let's say, for example, yeah, you're up here. Let's say, for example, you're literally. So this is you now. Oh, I know for a fact, as soon as I scale onto the other time frame, it's going to say nope. Okay, maybe not, but it's perfect. So, we've had 2000 level be rejected, 1.9900 be rejected, and then it's come down. Boom, we had some reaction from this level, broke up above, didn't quite, go any higher because of this. That's a little volume, trapped volume where money came back in, not trapped, but unattended. Price came back into here, boom. We broke the lows of this as well as closing beneath 1.9500. So that's a good psychological level. And with this happening, it's very simple. You literally wait. Yeah, let's see. Ah, I really have to buy this professional version. But yeah, as I was saying, the daily comes through, breaks this, and then what do we get after? We've broken the lows, yeah, confirming new daily lows now, which is down here. Then we get a doji rejection and another rejection, which, by the way, you can actually mark out trapped daily liquidity in here for the doji. Mark out the doji if you want that extra confirmation. But first, obviously, be aware that you've already broken these levels here and you've had a daily closure beneath your psychological level. That already is enough to say, okay, we are selling. Then you have this trapped volume candle where we break out of, boom, more signs to sell. Where's your next take profit? Your next psychological level at 1.900. So adding this trapped volume is just extra confirmation for you, making it easier to place the trade and hold it. Now on the 4-hour, we see the breakout candle, which is here. Bit of a crazy entry because stop losses would be massive. But I mean, because of the higher time frame confirmations, there's no pullback. After this candle, it just free flows straight down to 1.900. And if you're good at managing your trades, if you enter at the bottom of this, look at that huge ass stop loss. Not great at all. 100 pip stop loss for 300 pip target. So obviously once price is moving, let's say you're like here now, you've seen this candle, stop loss, break even. That's now risk free. And you can just watch it trail its way to your target. So important things to take note of. Psychological levels help with making the charts look way less stressful. Okay, that's the most important thing. So way less stressful. As well as making the charts less stressful because it gives you that clear area from A to B to concentrate in. When you place trades, it gives you more confidence. So less stress on the charts, and you can narrow your focus to where it really needs to be. Your entries are much better, and you can have way more confidence in holding these trades and trusting these trades. Three, um, you don't get carried away by all the noise, you don't get tricked, and you can stay in line with the institutions, the banks, and the market movers slash makers. They're the three main points to use psychological levels. Um, and yeah, obviously you only want to plot four at a time. One, two, three. One more would have been down here somewhere, just to make it four. So you would have seen that we come into that psychological level, all right, and then we broke back to this one. And it looks like we're heading to this one. So let's do another pair. Euro USD right here. And we got, let's delete this. Stupid ass. So with Euro, what was that? GA. Yeah. Gold. Can't touch that for the moment. So let's plot another one right here. So one right here, monthly. You can do 1.1200. Boom. 1,200. I like 500 pips of range. So from there we go 500 pips, which takes me to here. So this one is still, it ends in zero. It's a whole number. So it's still valid. Even though it's 1.07, it's got 00 at the end. So it does count. And that's another range that you got right there. So there's two ranges there. 1.1200, 1.0700. And it looks like we are just trapped in between these two regions. So now it's just a case of coming onto the smaller time frames and seeing, okay, where are we going from and where does it look like we're going to? So we got rejected from this big level. We then came away, made a new low on a huge time frame on a monthly, weekly, new lows. We then pulled up to make the perfect retracement. And we didn't even come anywhere near that previous psychological level, which means that this one down here is a good place to have your eyes peeled, and potentially this level down here also. But if you was to have another 500 pip range, it would take you to 1.02. And if you was to get a break of this region, you now know that your next long-term area is this level down here. So you see how it makes it very simple, and you can just track and trace it. And each level gives you confidence and trust. So it just takes that anxiety and doubt away from your mind. But I think that's I think that's it for today, guys. Because I do need to get ready and leave. Um, I'm in a rush. But yeah, this was a brief one. Quite simple to understand. Psychological levels, whole numbers, 50s or multiples of 10. And it's just a great skill to have to help with your focus and knowing sort of in the long term where pairs are headed. But in the next video, I'm gonna try, not in the next video, but during this series, I'm gonna try to find a setup where I've used a psychological level to my advantage. And you guys will be able to see how I use it live in the flesh. But thank you very much for listening. I hope this video was informative and I hope it helps one or two of you. That'll be one or two of you would be good. Anything else is a pure bonus. But thank you very much for listening. Love, peace, and guidance, my peoples. See you later.